welcome to another Kerekt Conversation. My name is Toni Hudson, and I'm sitting with a friend of mine who is a dancer choreographer that has worked with artists such as Missy, Elliot. He choreographed Step Up To, How She Moved. There's a movie out right now called Street Dance 2 in Europe that it's just going crazy. He finished choreographing Chris Brown in a new movie called BBoy Planet, which will be coming out soon, so look for that. I'm sitting in the backyard with my friend KMel. BBoy KMel, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you. Nice to see you. I'm going to ask you some correct questions, if you don't mind. And one of them that I want to ask you is, what did you eat growing up as a child? What was the normal dinner time fare on the table?
Well, since I grew up in Harlem, the basic things that was on the table was, because my grandmother knew how to cook, she from the South. It definitely was pork. I didn't like pork at all, so I stopped that at a young age. But like basic stuff, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, collard greens, all that type of stuff, all that soul food type of stuff. But we didn't have that much money. And, we had a big family, so the basic stuff that was in the crib all the time, peanut butter and jelly, Spam, salami, turkey meat, cheese, stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. How many were in your family when you say there was a lot?
Well, I grew up with all my aunts, Erica, Tashana, my grandmother, my sister, Wanda, my other aunt. My uncle wasn't around. He's been gone. He was gone since he was doing stuff when he was like 6 years old, so he always was never around. But I grew up around all my aunts and all my family, so it was like about at least always 6 of us in the house, 6 to 7.
And
Anywhere we went.
Okay, what age did you give up pork, you said?
Like around 7.
7?
Yeah.
And what was at 7? What was it at 7 that made you want to do that?
It was New Year's. It was the 4th of July or something like that. I just remember when I was young, and I remember me smelling this smell, and I just wanted to throw up. And I just remember in the middle of where we stayed at, it was a pig with an apple in its mouth getting spent, and it smelled like the worst thing I ever smelled in my life. And I looked at that and I was like, I'm not doing the pork thing anymore.
Good for you. All right, I have a question for you. Of these 3 words, which one would you say was the first thing that you took control of your life as an adult? Your body, your mind, or your spirit?
Always been my spirit.
Your spirit. And in what way do you think that you took control as an adult of your spirit? What is it that you did?
I think I started caring about people more, because when I was younger, I was so angry about how I grew up in my life and not having my father around, and my mother being into the street life that she was into. It made me angry with everything. And I didn't care about people. I didn't care about hurting people. I didn't care about none of that, so my spirit, changed a lot of that.
Was there a catalyst, a person, an incident, information, a book? What was it? Was the catalyst to help make you make that change and make that conscious choice?
I would have to say the catalyst is hip hop, my culture, my dance, music. You know what I'm saying? Being around the people I grew up with dancing and learning how to, provide for myself through dance. I didn't go out there and sell drugs on the streets. That was easy. You could have went and did that, but it was hard to do that too once you got into it, because you had the drug dealers, cops, and all that stuff. So we still had the cops, but it was me being on the streets dancing and the cops moving us from place to place to dance at. It wasn't that serious.
All right. What age were you when you really got into the family of dance, and that became your world?
Really, when I was like 4, because I seen my aunts dancing At 5, you could ask what I was gonna be when I grew up, and I was like, I'm a dancer for sure.
Wow, that's amazing. 5 years old. Okay. So, if you had to choose one word to describe your relationship with your health, whether it be body, mind, or spirit, what would that one word be?
Neglect. Because truthfully, I just know from the years I've been on the planet how my immune system work now, and how strong I used to be when I was younger and when I was youthful, and you know, the things I do now to just be lazy and not to really pay attention how I used to. You know, I do my dance because that's my life, so that doesn't stop, and that's gonna always keep me my exercise, you know. But when I was younger, I took my dancing so serious that it was better for my body, it was better for my immune system and everything.
Right, absolutely. All right, so if you could choose any person at all in the world to become your personal life coach, who would that person be?
Probably, let's say Malcolm X.
And can you elaborate on why? For you, I mean, it's kind of an obvious general understanding of why, but for you, why?
Because the lives that Malcolm X led and was into, he had to experience all types. He had to experience the ghetto, the struggle, you know. He had to experience the being locked up in jail. He had to experience, you know, the incarceration part. He had to experience the spiritual part. And then he had to experience, you know, the leadership part for his people. And then he experienced he was wrong. He had to experience it was a lot for him to learn again and all over. And then and then his soul got better. He started realizing it was about people and not white or black. He got woken up that it was about people. See what I'm saying? So to go through all that, but then to die for it is, you know, that's like the highest sacrifice. See, I wouldn't want to have to die for what I believe in because of what it is I believe in. You know, it doesn't take death to prove nothing to anyone or
to make an impact, maybe,
exactly.
Right?
Yes.
That's an amazing life coach. All right, so here's another one. How about if time, money, or skill were not an issue, what would you like to implement into your life that would contribute to a healthier way of living?
If any of that wasn't an issue, I definitely would want to put community centers in every ghetto, every suburb, every place that needs it. Anywhere there's schooling, I would want a community center where a school is that kids can come and learn about dance, about the arts, about planning events for the neighborhoods, about outreach and about creating, you know, about helping other people. You know, I would want to teach kids, youths, everywhere. I just would want to teach them what I know and what I've been blessed to have through my life.
That's awesome. Well, because that is where the future is, right? In the young. What age do you feel?
Feel like because of dancing?
Yeah.
You know what? Because of dancing, it makes you feel no age. Like really? But the age I think I am, because of what I would want to do in dancing, is 100.
Really?
Yeah. Because my dance takes the highest ability that you can go to. So once your body can't go to the highest ability anymore, now it's what you said earlier. You have to train your body for it. You have to, you know, when you get up in age, you have to now condition your body to be able to keep
hang
going.
in there.
Yes.
To hang in with those youths that are making it happen.
So if you neglect it, it doesn't happen.
That's right. All right. So what do you know now that you wish you would have known then?
Truthfully, not too much, because I wouldn't be the person I am now if I didn't go through what I didn't know then. You know, so it's not too much I regret not knowing or knowing. I wish I was more educated. That's probably the only thing. I wish I was way more book smart. I wish I was way more intelligent with knowing what I know, and it's the education part. That's really the only thing that I can go back and say I wish I focused on that, like I did dancing and did everything else.
All right, so let's say you're an author, and you're an author of a famous quote on health. What would that quote be?
That it's a basic quote that you are what you eat. I feel, I became a vegetarian for like 9 years at one time, and I felt that it's what made me care about people more, and care about animals and being connected with everything, and looking at things in a whole different perspective on why I didn't eat meat. It really wasn't to be better than anyone. Like, oh, I'm a vegetarian, you still eat meat? No, it was like, or being a vegetarian is expensive, and it wasn't anything like that. It was more of, or it wasn't, I turned Hollywood. It was just more of, I got more spiritual, and I felt I was more connected with animals, and who am I to go buy them, that they getting killed off the shelf in these slaughter factories and all this stuff. It's like,
yeah.
Who am I to kill what God created, or what the Creator created,
That's
so,
right.
That's what it is.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you, unless you want to share anything else. Any more tidbit?
I'm good in the hood.
Can you just really just know that I thank you so much for spending this time?
Anytime, your family, you know that.
I know that. Thank you. Thank you so much.